A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter human reproduction, and the topic is gametogenesis. In gametogenesis, we are going to discuss about this oogenesis. In previous class, we have discussed about the spermatogenesis process. In this spermatogenesis process, we have discussed about how sperm get formation inside the seminiferous tubule. So first we revise our previous class content, then we proceed to the today's topic. Gametogenesis is simply a formation and genesis of gametes, sperm like sperm and ovum. Spermatogenesis takes place in male testes inside the seminiferous tubule because testis is formed by the 250 approximately compartments, and each compartment consists of highly coiled seminiferous tubule. Inside the seminiferous tubule, the lining of seminiferous tubule is mainly by the two types of cells, Sertoli cells and germ cells. Sertoli cells provide nutrients to the developing sperm, whereas germ cells, spermatogonia, which undergoes in proliferation to form sperm inside the seminiferous tubule. All get attached after the formation into the sperm, head of sperm embedded into the cell of Sertoli. So overall they get their nutrition by the Sertoli cell. Now spermatogenesis process takes place by the meiosis division, when first spermatogonia undergoes in mitosis division to form. Now, during the spermatogenesis process, first spermatogonia undergoes in mitosis division to form primary spermatocyte cell. From the primary spermatocyte cell, the primary spermatocyte cell undergoes in meiosis division to form secondary spermatocyte cell, and then second meiotic division to form spermatid. Now, spermatid undergoes in differentiation. Differentiation simply, there is appearance of or formation of acrosome on the head of sperm, large nucleus, neck, formation of neck, middle piece, flagella for the locomotion. All these such type of phenomena takes place in the formation of spermatogenesis, and the differentiation from spermatid to spermatozoa. Complete transformation takes place, and this formation or conversion of spermatid into spermatozoa is known as spermiogenesis. Then these sperm embedded into the Sertoli cell for their nutrients, and then after they release from the Sertoli cell, that process is known as spermiation. So overall these two steps takes place in the formation of spermatogenesis. Now come to the today's topic, oogenesis. Oogenesis is simply a process by which egg formation occur inside the ovary. So overall, how the ovary, inside the ovary, all the cells get differentiated or undergoes in development in the formation of ovum, because from the meiosis division there is formation of 4 cells from each meiosis division, but egg always form only single. So how the differentiation, formation of one egg cell takes place by the meiosis division or by the whole process. So here we are going to discuss about the whole process of oogenesis. First, we discuss about the ovary, structure of ovary or uterus, how they live. So, fimbriae, fallopian tube, uterus. Similarly, here is also fimbriae, fallopian tube, uterus. Uterus. So fimbriae, uterus, fallopian tube, all these. This structure, finger-like projection, is known as fimbriae. Finger-like projection help in the capturing of food capturing of ova during the ovulation process, after the ovulation process. And this process, this is known as infundibulum, then fallopian tube, fallopian tube, and isthmus. Now this is uterus, which is formed by three layers. Uterus. Now, with the uterus, ovary is linked, attached, or whenever the ovary so whenever the spermatogenesis process takes place, the spermatogenesis always in testes. The structure of testes also, the descendants of testes occur for the maturation of the sperm. But there is no such case, because all the structure present in abdominal region, or for the ovulation process, or that is ejection of ovum from the ovary, always need temperature. So that's why for the ovulation process and the synthesis of ovum always takes place at high temperature as compared to the body temperature. So during the ovulation process, always the temperature increase from 1 degree centigrade only, but increase. So that's why both the ovary and uterus present in the abdominal region. Now let us discuss about the ovary, separately ovary. So inside the ovary, the different structures are present. That means here is blood vessels, then stroma region, and germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium simply formed by the follicular cells, or these follicular cells are known as oogonia, which undergoes in differentiation and proliferation to form ova. Now here is primary oocyte cell, primary oocyte or primary follicle. Primary follicle that converted into the secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, and then Graafian follicle. Or after the Graafian follicle, the ejection of ovum from the ovary, that is captured by fimbriae of fallopian tube or oviduct. They transfer the ovum into the isthmus region, because here is from the infundibular region, or in between the isthmus and infundibulum region, ampulla is present, ampulla or ampullary region, or at the junction of ampullary or isthmus, the fertilization will take place, or after the fertilization the egg is transferred, or also transfer of this egg and together with cleavage into the uterus wall for the implantation. They implant in the endometrium wall of the uterus, or that is covered by the membrane, the trophoblast layer, or that proceed to the formation of placenta, or formation of placenta. After the formation of placenta, through the placenta, all the nutrients and hormones, or vitamins, proteins, all such things are transferred into the fetus for their growth and development. So overall, the oogonia undergoes in the meiosis division. First they undergoes in mitosis division, then after they undergoes in meiosis division to form the ovum. So primary follicle to secondary follicle and tertiary follicle to Graafian follicle. Mature Graafian follicle then split, the wall of Graafian follicle splits, and then after formation of the ovum takes place. So what is oogenesis? Oogenesis, as we know, the structure of ovary. In the structure of ovary, the different cells are present, or how they undergoes in oogenesis process. Or now let us discuss with the help of diagram. Here is blood vessels. Blood vessel. Now this one is follicular cells. Follicular cell, which is present in the germinal epithelium membrane of ovary. Now follicular cells, first they undergoes in mitosis division to form oogonia, which is also known as oogonia. Oogonia, which undergoes in meiosis division to form first mitosis, then second meiosis. Mitosis division to form primary oocyte cell. Primary oocyte cell, which is also known as primary follicle. Now primary follicle undergoes in secondary follicle or develop into secondary follicle. Then secondary follicle develop into the tertiary follicle, or finally convert into the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. Now all these changes takes place only in the secondary oocyte. Then after when secondary oocyte complete their division, they convert into the polar body or into the ovum. Simply. So here is the cell is surrounded by follicular cells. Follicular cells. Here is primary follicle. Now primary follicle undergoes in another development to form the aggregation of follicular cell, or the differentiation of follicular cell into double membrane sorry into double membrane, or these two membrane cover overall the egg and also form antrum cavity. Here is secondary follicle. Then mature Graafian follicle. There is secondary follicle, secondary follicle, or then into tertiary follicle or mature Graafian follicle. Tertiary follicle then convert into mature Graafian follicle by the lining of two cells or the formation of antrum cavity into the follicular cell. So ovum or secondary oocyte develop like this. Tertiary follicle or Graafian follicle, and also known by the name Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle. Now the ovulation, now the follicular cells ruptured and finally the ovum expel out from the follicle and the process is known as follicular cells surrounds follicular cells. Ovulation. Here is ovum. Process of expel ovum from the ovary is known as ovulation. 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 Now, when then after when ovum release from the ovary, there is a secondary, the first meiotic division completed, there is formation of single polar body also after the second, after the first meiosis division, the polar and ovum too. Now ovum undergoes in the further development or then after the transfer or capture by the fimbriae of fallopian tube. Fimbriae capture the egg or always rotate over the ovary like in such a manner. When fimbriae rotate over the ovary, whenever the ovulation takes place or there is expulsion of ovum from the ovary, they immediately catch ovum, fimbriae immediately catch ovum, transfer into the funnel shape infundibulum, then ampulla region. Or the fertilization always takes place in the isthmus ampullary region. Then after ovulation, the follicle is converted into the corpus luteum. Well developed corpus luteum formation takes place after the ovulation process. Corpus luteum. Now, then after some time, the degeneration of corpus luteum, that is corpus albicans, also known as corpus albicans, that degeneration of corpus luteum. So overall, the process always take this formation of ovum inside the ovary takes place by the regulation of different hormone, gonadotropin hormone as well as the ovarian hormone. The ovarian hormones are two, estrogen and progesterone, which is estrogen secreted by the follicular cells or cells of follicle, and progesterone secreted by the corpus luteum after the ovulation process. Corpus luteum, because of the implantation because of the implantation and the development of endometrium wall inside the lining of uterus. So whole process, let us discuss in the series way how the whole process takes place or by the flow chart. So as we know in the ovulation process, overall the oogonia undergoes in mitotic division to form primary oocyte cell. So here is oogonia, which first they undergoes in mitosis division to form primary oocyte cell. Primary oocyte then ceases in prophase first when they undergoes in meiosis division. So overall there is no regular continuation of primary oocyte. Then primary oocyte undergoes in meiosis first to form secondary oocyte. But there is a change because always the primary oocyte ceases at the before the puberty, actually at the fetal life. During the development of gonads, the primary oocyte ceases in the phase of prophase first of meiosis first. Then after puberty, because of the hormone regulation, it continue to divide from prophase first to next stage of cell division. So always a continuation of cell division takes place after the this one. Now we can also understand with the help of flow diagram. So I have to rough this diagram because to understand overall how these phases, as in case of spermatogenesis, here is true, the same meiotic division takes place for the formation of ovum, but always single ovum form during the meiosis, not four like spermatogenesis process. So oogenesis process. In the oogenesis process, oogonia, which is a germ cell, undergoes in mitosis division. Ploidy is 2n. Undergoes in mitosis division to form primary oocyte. Because they undergoes in mitosis division, not meiosis, so always the ploidy will be same as in case of oogonia. Now, then after they undergoes in meiosis first or stages in meiosis prophase first stage. Then actually stages in prophase first of meiosis first, because prophase first always takes place in meiosis first division. First in meiosis first, and then continue after puberty. So after puberty, continue and form secondary oocyte. Here is again secondary oocyte. Then secondary oocyte. Then after again undergoes in meiosis second division to form one polar body and one ovum. Here is again the secondary oocyte, so polar body will be formed, not the first polar body, and here is second polar body. So that's why only one ovum will form during the oogenesis process. So here is the overall about the oogenesis. Now because meiosis first, after the meiosis first, the chromosome number will be half. Here is again the half number of chromosome or haploid number of chromosome are present. Haploid number of chromosome present in ovum. So here is the overall about the oogenesis process. In the oogenesis process takes place inside the ovary. There are two type of cells, the follicular cells and stroma region, which contain blood vessel mostly. Blood vessels. Now follicular cells undergoes in meiosis division after the gonadotropin hormone. When the gonadotropin from the anterior pituitary gland act on the follicular cells that have consist of formed by the oogonia, which is a germ cell which undergoes in first in mitosis division. Primary oocyte will form. Then after first meiosis division, the primary two secondary oocyte will form, and the first polar body also formed during the oogenesis process or after the first meiosis. Then second meiosis occur, or after the second meiosis ovum will form, which have just haploid number of chromosome, and second polar body also form. Now the question is that where the secondary oocyte undergoes, it is always takes place in the fallopian tube, and the formation of secondary oocyte when the expulsion of ovum takes place from the ovary, so that converted into the secondary oocyte. So here is the overall about oogenesis. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.